What is going on, guys? You're tuned into the Monday Coffee Show. I'm James.
And I'm Travis.
And today we're going to be telling you 10 things that we can't live without. The first thing would be my phone. Doing a lot of, not only just for social stuff, but for business and just staying on the loop with everything, YouTube, music, pretty much everything is on my phone. So if I didn't have that, I'm just gonna do it.
It's so the first thing that I think about is actually my bike, my bicycle. Partially because that is my transportation. That is how I get around places. It is how I have cross country trips. But also right now, that is my job. I ride my bicycle, and I will bring you food for a certain amount of money. It's exciting, but also it's fun. I like my bike. It's a good bike.
See, I used to ride bikes often when I was younger. Then I kind of was just like, no, thank you. It's like it's just not for me. Maybe I need to get back into it, but
Yeah.
it just was like
It's good. It's good. It's method of transportation, I think.
I agree. You don't have to worry about parking and all the other crap. So
Yeah. Most of the time, there's a few, like if you go to the Home Depot near my house, they don't have there's no bike rack, so I lock up to the shopping cart return.
That's a good improvisation.
Yeah.
Speaking of not having to deal with parking, another thing I can't live without is like the ride sharing services. So like Uber, Lyft, anything like that. When I go out, I kind of stay out late, especially if we're like out drinking or something. I'm out until like 2, sometimes later.
Mhm.
I'm not catching SEPTA home because I don't drive, so I always catch Uber everywhere.
Also, I mean, SEPTA, that's our local transportation. SEPTA may not be running at that time.
Yes.
Or like it might be like certain times of the day it might be like an hour between each bus, which means if you just missed it, like you're gonna be there for an hour.
I've had those experiences when I was like 18 or 19, first going out to clubs, and it's like, oh, if you miss this bus, it's going to be a half an hour waiting to cold for the next one, and I still got to walk from the bus stop. So I just was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I've been there before. I think another thing for me is like right now is my camera. Like I'm pointing at you, but I'm pointing at the camera because we have. Because one, that is another source of income for me, but also I like making stuff, and I have a phone that I can make stuff. Like I actually make a daily vlog with my exclusively with my phone. I edit it on there and shoot it on there. But I really like the control that I have with my real camera. That all of you are just inside right now, looking through right now. It's a weird concept to try to humanize a camera right now.
The third thing I can't live without, I'm going to kind of cheat and say 2 things, but it's still inclusive, like family and friends, because a lot of times, like, my relationship with my family is, like, great, and I have a few great friends, like Travis here, of course, and I enjoy drinking a lot, like, a lot. So it's always fun to have people who are also fun and who like drinking to go out with. I might be the one who drinks the heavier stuff or more sometimes, but it's still a good time. That's what it's all about: having drinks, having fun with friends and family, and again having drinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say next actually, my people, to try to make it one item. Especially like the people who live in my house, who James does not live with me. James is one of my collaborators, obviously for this, but the people who work in my house or who live in my house, we all do work in the house as well. They, a lot. We collaborate on a lot of projects. We're all different types of artists, or my girlfriend, my family. I think it would be a lot harder to live without them. There's a really good example. I think it's still free. The first episode of Michael Stevens' Mind Field talks about So it's the guy who does Vsauce, and he locks himself in a room, just a white room, no clock, no anything. He's got enough water and Soylent to last him more than 3 days, just in case he gets his time messed up. But he locks himself in there for 36 hours. There's nothing written on anything. There's nothing for him to read. He just kind of like has to sort of entertain himself. He gets very oftentimes. It's fascinating. You should watch it. You should watch it. It's good, and it's one of those things that made me, really remind myself to appreciate the people around me, because he just in 36 hours he was incredibly frustrated and just feeling very lonely.
I couldn't do it. Another thing I had to say I can't live without. Actually, I tried. Another thing I had to say I can't live without would be my favorite TV show of all time, Parks and Recreation. That show, I can watch it over and over and still find it hilarious. I'm a big fan of like deadpan comedy and like just awkward humor and like mockumentaries. So like Parks and Recreation, The Office, things like that. Or like I can watch it all the time, not get bored.
So for me, I think it would be. I have a sort of a library at home. I have just a bunch of bookshelves at home full of books. So much so that there are a bunch of books that can't live on those shelves because there's no room for them right now. And I think that would be a thing that would be tough for me, because I revisit a lot of the fiction books that I've read. It's like Lord of the Rings, or I've read The Sun Also Rises a bunch of times. I got a bunch of stuff like that, or like I just like lend it to friends. But I think that would be very hard. That's what makes it very hard for me to move most of the time. Is I have a library that I'm carrying around.
So for me, the fifth thing that I can't live without, I would probably have to say my collection of shoes and boots, because I'm very particular about that. So if you see me around the city, I probably have on Doc Martens. I have a lot of pairs of them. Those are like my go-to shoes, except for when I have to dress business casual for work, as much as that sucks. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of like my trademark now.
I would agree. So much so that I walked past the Doc Martens store yesterday and saw a pair of boots with I think they were white, which I think is it's a daring choice for shoes. But it had sewn in like a little pink heart in the toe, because it's Valentine's Day is coming up, so they want to show off this obviously. But in my head, I was like, oh, I want to say that James would enjoy that for like a nice like going out pair. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm very into like the unique pairs too. So the pairs that once 2 months go on, they won't be in the store, so I probably have bought them. So
Yeah.
It's become a problem.
I think another thing for me is it feels strange, but like right now it's my computer, because without it I cannot process what's in the camera, and like I said, that's one of my sources of income, and something that I enjoy doing. Not to mention, it allows me to watch lots of YouTube and shows and play video games, and it is a good thing for me to have right now. So I'm sure that I could make do without it, but I'd have a very, very different life.
I would have to say, yeah, for my sixth thing, I would have to say my laptop, because I am like a journalist and a blogger and everything. So it's like you can do it from your phone, but it's very inconvenient. Not only because it's like a small screen, but like typing long articles on a phone, it's annoying to me. Yeah. Also because I store my music on there. I use Spotify and iTunes, so pretty much everything is on my laptop and my phone. So that's something I definitely need.
I think another thing for me is I think it was more a concept, but like living in a city. I grew up in a very rural area where I went to middle school and high school. I was 10 miles away. Like, it was a 10-mile drive on windy roads that there's no way that I'd ever be able to ride a bike on. And I've ridden on roads like that before, but like these are insane. Just like 55-mile-an-hour traffic, bad drivers, etc. But like just to go to the store, to go to school, to go to a friend's house, it was a 10-mile drive minimum, and I can't do that. I like I'll ride 10 miles here in the city, but the thing is, I can ride. I can take a bus. I can easily get from here to New York or Boston or DC or Baltimore. I've ridden a bus down to Savannah before. So living in a city is definitely like kind of a requirement for me right now.
Yeah, I agree because I kind of think of everything from a what if something goes wrong standpoint. It's like if you live somewhere where your nearest neighbor is a mile away, it's like no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But my seventh thing would have to be, I would say tequila. Because tequila is my drink of choice, and I'm not one of those people who ever gets like angry drunk. I just get more fun and more like open when I'm drinking. So like if you meet me sober versus like tipsy or drunk, it's almost two completely different people. Like I'm still a little monotone, but I'm a little more open to meeting people. I'm definitely a lot more friendly. I'm not as over analytical. So I think it's a good, in moderation, it's a good thing.
I agree. I'm saying this wrong. I'm a simple man. And I don't need terribly much. I just need my computer and my camera and all of these. I think as I think we're getting a little bit more into it. I think I don't know. We're gonna start. I think with me we're gonna start getting some abstract concepts. But I really like the ability to make coffee. That is an important thing to this show. It is thematically relevant to what we're doing. That's why we have coffee. But like, I've realized that it is very important in my life. There were a few days where I didn't have coffee, and then I would get a bad headache, which is not a good sign. But coffee is important. I was very thankful to have that this morning. It was very early, very cold.
My eighth thing would be my passport because I do like to travel, and without that, I can't leave the country. So I need that because I don't want to just stay here.
I need to renew mine.
Yeah, that process was.
I should do it sooner than later.
I waited until 2 days before I was supposed to fly out to Mexico before.
Man.
So yeah.
Good job. No, I think I should just do it sooner than later because of our current political climate. Because, oh boy. Yeah. I mean, I think for me as well. I think kind of going along, back to the bike idea and like this idea of travel. Like so, like bike for me is transportation here in this city, and it's a way for me to get around. It's a way for me right now to make a living. But also, it is my traveling thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a touring bike, so I have some gear that I could just. I need a tent, but like I can just go out, go camping, and so like that I think that gear is very important to me because like being able to do that, but also just like having that as an option is just a very comforting thing for me. That like if I got in a fight with my girlfriend and I need to just like go chill out I probably wouldn't go camping. Although not now because it's February, but like maybe I'd do that. Just be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna take a day, go right out in the woods, camp in the woods, come back. I think that would be a fun time. Of course, I don't have a camp stove, so I wouldn't be able to make coffee, and that would mess up number 7, number 8, whatever that was.
My ninth thing that I can't live without is now I might have to do concepts too. Kind of like getting to the end of the line. I would have to say the concept of just I guess like love, just being a good person.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I feel like having an open mind and an open heart and just being empathetic and everything is something that everybody should have, although they don't. But it's not only good for yourself, but it helps other people. So like you being nice to somebody could make their whole day. You just giving somebody a simple compliment could make their whole day.
Yeah.
So I feel like just having that naturally be a part of me and being a nice person, regardless of how I may come off at first when you first meet me. um, I just feel like that's something that I would never like change because it makes me feel good to make other people feel good.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's great. I think, weirdly enough, I think something that I've gotten very accustomed to, and I could probably live without, but like, I've got such a higher standard for this now. It's just like my local bar. It's a very chill space down in South Philly. And they've got a great kitchen and really nice cheap beer. The bartenders are all really nice. The people in there can sometimes be a little hit or miss, but like for the most part, they're very just like nice, down to earth people, and it's a very like chill space. And I've started to really enjoy going there. Sometimes a little too often.
Is that
but-
a tap room or is it different?
Yeah, it's the tap room on 19th.
They make amazing grilled cheese sandwiches, especially when you're drunk. They're great.
Yes. Yes. They have a lot of really good stuff. My favorite burger in the city, which is that's a hefty statement to make publicly, but like it's my favorite, and it's cool. Plus, like just their happy hours is just so good.
And my final thing that I probably couldn't live without would be, as much as I don't like it, my job because that's my source of income. I work in the corporate world.
Obviously.
But I wish I could wear this to work. I'd probably get fired. But yeah, I just feel like as much as I may not be content with it, it's definitely good money, especially for somebody my age. Great benefits. Because of this job, I'm allowed to travel because I can actually afford it now. I can afford to buy whatever I want to buy. And it's just one of those things where it's like, you hate it, but you need it. So just stick it out.
Yeah. And my last one. Is I think it's so like we mentioned like the people that are very close to us, but I think also for me the network that I have built for myself from people that I've met through being a City or Core member or having done Bike and Build twice and having that network, being an AmeriCorps member, like those like just like having that kind of access to the country and just to be like, hey, for stuff as simple as I'm in Seattle, where's a good place to get a cup of coffee, which is a very loaded question, all the way up to like, something I did this summer, which was like, hey, I'm in New Jersey, I'm on my way to Providence, I don't have a place to stay tonight, who can house me? And Anthony and Alex were amazing and hosted me and my co-leaders to start off our Bike and Build trip. But what's nice was we knew that if Anthony and Alex didn't do that, it could have been so many people from the Bike and Build network. I could reach out to people from like AmeriCorps, although they're not as into the just come over, sleep at my house tonight. I will feed you and we'll have beer and it's gonna be a great time. But that's such a nice thing for me to have is that larger network of people, even if I'm not super close to them and talk to them every day or every week, that there is this kind of familial connection through these kind of alumni networks, which is great. So.
Yeah, that's always awesome because if you ever are in a different city and you don't have the connection, it's just like, oh, you either are SOL or you gotta pay for a hotel room. So
yeah, which is less fun. Those are our kind of 10 things that we can't live without. I think
we probably could.
We would make do. but it wouldn't be nearly as nice as the lives we're leading right now. What are the things that you can't live without slash make your lives as nice?
Hopefully, we're one of them. Just saying.
Yeah. Let us know. Like, you know, as always, we have an email. We have a comment section. We have a Facebook page, which you can find at Monday Coffee Show. We have a Twitter that you can always talk to us at. And it would be really nice if you would hit that subscribe button. There is a nice red one down below this video if you're watching it on a computer or on your phone. Or if you wait 5 more seconds, you can click on the little circle. And that would greatly help us out. But until next week, enjoy your coffee.